Hey guys, it's your girl Cynthia Renee, and welcome back to the Unwind Rewind, where I sit back and recap some of my favorite shows, which I'm sure some of you guys' favorite shows as well. And with that being said, let's get into the show, which is a new show, which is Power Force. Okay, and this is Tommy Egan's spinoff, and I am so excited about this. Now, if you haven't caught up on this show yet, click out of here because I'm gonna spill the tea. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the video because I'm so excited. So I'm gonna stop talking and let's see what Tommy is up to, because he done left New York. Now he in my hometown of Chicago. Okay, guys, so we start the show off with Tommy on the road. Okay, he is leaving New York because he says New York is not safe anymore. So he is leaving, right? And he's on the road. Now, when he's on the road, he is having flashbacks like of Keisha and of Raina and Tariq and Ghost and everything that's going wrong in his life, right? And he is putting the pedal to the metal. Like, Tommy is going real damn fast and it's dark outside. And he turns off his headlights and he's still speeding. Tommy, what you doing? Are you trying to commit suicide? Like, what are you doing? And he just stops right before he hits the Chicago sign. He wakes up, snaps back, and he comes back to reality. And child, he got that look in his eye. That Tommy Egan look. He on his way to Chicago, y'all. Let's move on to the next scene. Okay, so in the next scene, Tommy is in Chicago. Hey, it's official. He in Chicago. Welcome to the Windy City, Tommy. What it do? And he gets a call from the dude in LA because Tommy was supposed to go to LA, remember? But he stopped in Chicago because he has some shit to do, I guess. So he pulls up to a house, right? And he's looking at his baby picture. And all of a sudden, this dude comes out of nowhere and, like, hits his car, like, do you got my parking fee? And Tommy look like, what? And he like, do you got my parking fee? And he tells Tommy, like, this private parking, pay up. And he pull out a knife. And Tommy like, boy, what the fuck? And showed the dude his gun. And I'm just like, child, the credits ain't even done rolling. And y'all already trying this man. Like, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know who y'all fucking with. I'm gonna need y'all to relax. So Tommy took the man knife and slapped him up. And he asked him, like, what happened to the lady that lived in his house? Like, where they buried her at? And the dude tells him, like, oh, she not dead. She in a nursing home. Child would. And I'm like, okay, who is this woman? But we finna find out. So stay tuned. And let's go to the next scene. So in the next scene, Tommy does, in fact, go to that nursing home. And he sees this lady. And the nurse calls her Miriam. And he sees her. He knows who she is, right? And he just stops, like, in his tracks. And he turns around and he leaves. So I'm like, okay, Tommy, like, what's going on? Like, you acting a little weird. Like, let us know what's tea. So, y'all, we gonna have to wait on that, But he found the lady that he was looking for. I'm guessing that's why he made the pit stop in Chicago, because that's the first place he went. So that's what I'm guessing for right now. But let's continue. Okay, guys, so we get introduced to our first new character, which is this guy named Diamond. And Diamond is in prison and he's about to be released. Now, he is cutting one of the guards' hair before he leaves because, they have, like, formed a relationship, like father, like son type, relationship. And he's like, I need to cut your hair, take my time, because he's not going to see him for a while because he's finna go home. So he want him to, look right. And he's done with his haircut, and Diamond is going back to his cell. Probably, he got a pack. And it's 3 guys over at the table, and they plotting on him. And they like, we going to let him get out and get comfortable, then we going to make the call. Diamond, what's to you, bro? What you got going on? You got people putting hits out on you and stuff? I'm interested. I'm watching. But let's continue. All right, so moving on. Now, Tommy goes to this bar and he meets this curly head chick, Gloria, right? And he goes in for a drink and they end up flirting and it's just a vibe, right? And let me just say this right now. I hope this is the girl that is going to make him get over Keisha, because Tommy, I'm tired of you thinking about her. Okay, she dead. Let it go. We liked her at first. She turned into a snitch. She turned into an op. She dead. She gone. She buried. Move on with your life. So anyway, he friend with this girl, and we gonna see what happened with this little situationship. Is it a situationship? It's a situationship. But let's continue on to the next scene. Okay, now Tommy is just parked on the street, right? Minding his business. And this guy, Vic Flynn, pulls up. And Vic is an important character, okay? So he's like, move your damn car. Like, he rude as hell. And Tommy's like, no. And so the dude Vic gets out the car with this dude Simon. And they trying to jump Tommy, but you know Tommy ain't going, so they get into a little tussle match. Like, they just pushed each other, right? And Vic showed Tommy like he got a gun, but you know Tommy strapped too, so he like, okay. Now it was a dude in the back, and he's like, okay, break it up, like it's not that serious. So he get out the car, and he's like, look, can you please move your car? I'm sure my boss will be grateful if you did. We on a time schedule. We just trying to get to this meeting. And Tommy like, okay, no problem. That's how you ask. Now the dude Simon is still trying to get buck. Like, Tommy ain't just push him damn near to death. And he started telling Tommy, like, fuck Larry Bird, fuck Tom Brady, because he think Tommy is from Boston. Boy, he is not from Boston. And again, you don't know who you're fucking with. Relax. Relax on the kid. You ain't ready for these problems. But let's proceed. Okay, so now we meet Walter Flynn, who is Vic Flynn's dad, and we meet his sister, Claude Flynn, okay? And Claude is talking to her dad, Walter, about, she wants to be in the streets. Okay, little baby want to pop out. And she's like, Vic can't handle the streets. Like, he ain't built like that, right? And so Walter like, girl, you keep the books, and that's that. And he basically like told her she can't be in the streets because she's a woman and she can't handle the streets. Like, what you gonna do with these hands? And I'm like, okay, that's real sexist. Like, what the fuck? Like, because she a woman, you think she can't handle herself in the streets? She probably harder than Vic, because Vic is real bitchy to me. But that's them. And Walter is like the ghost of this show right now, because we know Tommy here now, so, but he like the kingpin. Okay. And the Flynn family is like, the family. So that's that. Let's move on. Now, Tommy is still sitting outside this bar, right? And remember the guy that broke up the fight that was with Vic them? So he is telling Tommy, like, oh, I like the way you carry yourself. He trying to, like, start a conversation, I guess. And he is telling Tommy, like, oh, you pissed off the wrong family. Like, you pissed off the Flynn family and whatever. And Tommy like, okay, is that name supposed to mean something to me? Because, nigga, he don't know them. He new here. He really don't care. So, meanwhile, Vic is inside of the bar. And who he talking to? The curly head chick that Tommy was flirting with. Now, they got something going on. They used to messing around, used to be together, still together, whatever. And she like, every time your dad throw you some money and you keep living this life, like you keep changing your mind about stuff. And he like, I'm going to tell my dad I have a plan. So I'm guessing the daddy don't want him messing with her or whatever. Who knows? And he like, I just hope I'm not too late. And she like, you kind of are. Like, I don't know. She trying to move on. Okay. Tommy and Vic already got beef. And now Vic is messing with this girl, and Tommy is flirting with this girl. So we already know how Tommy is over females. We're going to have to stay tuned. Now, Vic brings his little punk ass out of the bar, and Tommy is still sitting on his car waiting on him, because when he comes out of the bar, like, Tommy, like, reaches for his gun a little bit, and the dude that Tommy was talking to, I'm going to keep calling him the dude because we don't know his name yet. And he's like, don't do that. Whatever you thinking, don't do that. Like, don't do that. And Tommy is with the shit. It's like, he still got beef. He ain't let it go, right? And the dude tells him, like, you need to get far away from Chicago. Because Tommy told him, like, he was leaving, you know. While they was talking, he was like, you coming or going? And he was like, I'm going and whatever. So the dude told Tommy, like, wherever you going, you need to go. You need to get away from here fast because, like, you fucking up. And Tommy ass ain't listen. You know he didn't listen. He don't give a damn about what they talking about. He ready for all smoke. Chimney. Now, Tommy goes back in the bar because, you know, he got to finish flirting with Curly Head. And so he in there, and he notices the dude Simon from earlier that was with Vic that he got into it with. And Simon is down there being aggressive as hell with a female. Like, he grabbing on her, touching on her, feeling on her, and she telling him to stop. So Curly Head Gloria go down there and check him like, you need to drink, eat, or get the hell out because she don't need no babysitter. And he like, watch who you talking to. And she's like, you a bag boy and an errand boy, bitch. Like, and she walk away. So she tells Tommy she finna go get him some food. She'll be back in 5 minutes. So now Simon feeling shitty. He, you know, doing drugs, drinking. And he goes out the bag. Now Tommy being Tommy, he ain't over it. So Tommy follow him. Child, Tommy beat the shit out of him. I'm telling you, he beat his ass, child. He put the man's hand on the stairs and like broke his hands, like stumped. Child, Tommy is definitely back. And then he stole his phone. He took his phone. Sure did. Because Tommy trying to get put on and he need to know who he know that he shouldn't be fucking with, because he want to know who that is and what they can do for him. And Gloria comes back out and she goes to the back outside to see what Tommy at, because his food ready. And obviously she turned on by the sight of him beating this dude ass, because the next scene is her and Tommy fucking. And I'm like, damn, sis, you move quick. But, you know, we grown, you know, do what you want if that's how you feel. And I'm here for it. As long as he get over Lakeisha, I'm here for it. Let's move on. Now, y'all, Miss Claude is in the club, okay? And she gonna be a problem. She in the club and she see a girl and she interested, and she go over there and she kissing on this girl and touching on this girl, and don't nobody know who this girl is. It's a random girl, right? And Claude is doing all types of drugs. She doing all types of drugs in the club. Child, I can already see her being the problem. She gonna be the one, child. But I just had to throw that in there real quick. Claude is a hot ass mess. So Tommy's still with Curly Head. They just got done getting in, right? And he look over and he see like some a soldier uniform, like a military uniform. And he's like, oh, you serve? And she's like, oh no, that's my husband's. And he like, oh, your husband? Where your husband at? And she said he got deployed and he never came back. So her husband is dead, child, I'm guessing. Now, if his ass come back, but they think he dead. And he's like, oh, so how did you like being married? And she's like, I didn't know. And she wasn't married that long before, you know, it happened. And she was like, what about you? And he's like, oh, I came close once thinking about Lakeisha. And she was like, oh, you can come close again. And he was like, maybe. And I was like, let me find out you're trying to be a wife, sis. Let me find out. But let's move on because it's going to get interesting. So now while Tommy was still with Curly Head Gloria, he got a text to Simon's phone. Because y'all know he took his phone, right? And so he like, okay, he got to go, right? Now where he go? Next thing we know, Tommy's shooting. Okay? I'm talking about he's shooting through Victor's windshield. He not playing. Now, he didn't want to kill him, but he do know that Victor finna go meet with the Connect. And Tommy like, okay, yeah, we finna go meet with the Connect because I want your Connect. And I'm going with you. And Victor's like, trying to do his little big talk. And Tommy like, look, I'm going with you. And that's that. And so they get there. And Tommy's like asking him how many people finna be here, blah, blah, blah. He's like, only one. So Tommy's like, okay, numbers in our favor. Let's go. And Victor hesitant. And Tommy looked at him and told him straight up like, oh, so you want to stop? Like, what you trying to do? Because I got 0 fucks in me. Child, Victor, you better keep walking. He is not playing with you. So now they get to this meeting, which is supposed to be with the Connect. And the Connect name is Zamos. But when they get there, it's 2 little crackheads there. Okay. And the dude, Jay. Now, Jay is with Diamond. They run in the same crew. And Jay like, what you doing here, Flynn? Like, you ain't supposed to be here. This a CBI deal. That's the name of their little gang. And he like, no, this supposed to be my deal. So Jay like, okay, so Zamos playing us. Like, what's up? And so Tommy like, you just not figuring that out because the 2 crackheads up pipe, like they got their guns drawn on them. And Tommy like, okay, y'all might want to chill out. Like, what the hell? And Tommy like, okay, these niggas high as hell. Like, what's going on? Because, Tommy don't know nothing. But he's still trying to talk some sense because, he know enough about how these deals go. And, yeah, it was like a little setup. Like, the dude Zamo sent the 2 crackheads to rob the CBI dude and to rob Flynn. Like, y'all ain't getting the drugs, just give them the money type shit. Like, we just gonna take your money. Child, who is Zamos? Because how rookie of you. How you gonna send 2 crackheads to a meeting with your 2 distros? What the hell? So now Tommy is trying to be peacemaker. He like, look, just get them the money that y'all supposed to be giving them, that y'all owe them. Just give them the money. So Victor ain't even got all the money for the drugs, child. So Tommy like, boy, you came like what the hell wrong with you? You don't come to no Connect meeting short. What you mean you short? And so the dudes are like, just give us the money. And then Jay is like, shit, just give me my stuff. I ain't got time for this. So in the midst of that, Tommy realizes like, oh, wait, the 2 crackheads, this y'all first deal. Like, y'all ain't never did this before because they is shaking and they boost, they high. And they're like, no, we did plenty of deals before. And Tommy like, oh, word, so y'all tested the product? Like, y'all know what y'all got? Is it pure? And they like, we never even heard of the stuff that you saying. And they start shooting, child. Now, why? Child. Of course, Tommy being Tommy, he is the one that has to kill these niggas, okay? So he kills one of them. He shoots the other one like 3 times, right? And the CBI dude, he ain't got no bullets in his gun. And Victor don't even have a gun because Tommy took it. So Vic gonna tell Tommy, it would have never went like that if I had my gun. So Tommy was like, oh, okay. He give him his gun back. Said, you got 1 bullet left. What you gonna do with it? He points the gun at Tommy. So the CBI dude, Jay, he like, oh, this ain't your boy. So now he pointing his gun at Tommy. And he like, who is this nigga? And Tommy like, I'm the dude that just saved both of y'all lives, right? So Tommy let Jay know, like, and Vic came in his short to a Connect meeting. Like, Jay like, what? Like, why would you do that? Anyway, Tommy ends up taking their drugs and their money. So Tommy is not finna play with these little ass boys. Like, he ain't got time. The dude Jay gonna tell Tommy, thanks for what you did, but you can bounce now. And Tommy told him, oh, that come with a fee. He took their money and their drugs. And that's just that. And he walked out that bitch without a scratch. But we knew that already. Let's move on though. Now Jay hooked up with Diamond to fill him in about what happened with Tommy. Because Diamond is like, you telling me that this white boy that came and did all this stuff. And he's like, yeah, like he about that. So now Diamond want to meet Tommy. So he like, oh, okay, well, let's find him then. Diamond, I hope you coming to make a friend and not an enemy, because I want to root for you, but you got to give me a reason to, because it's forever and always Team Tommy over here. But let's move on. Let's continue on to the next. So now Tommy goes back to this nursing home to visit this lady who turns out to be his grandma, Kate's mom, right? And I don't know if she's just, old age, or if she has like Alzheimer's or dementia or whatever, but she don't know who he is. And maybe it's because she hasn't seen him since he was 4. And he showed her his baby picture and she was like, Tommy, right? And then like she just spaces out again, right? So he's leaving and somebody's watching him. Okay. So somebody's behind him as he's walking and it's a gun pointed to his back. Okay. And he turned around and it's this black dude. And Tommy like, fuck is you? And he like, nah, who the hell is you? What is you doing coming up here to see Miriam? And he's like, what you mean? So he showed the dude the picture and on the back of it, and he was like, that's my grandma. He was like, no, that's my grandma, y'all. So Tommy showed him the back of the picture, which had like this little saying that the grandma say on it. And Tommy was like, what you know about that? And then the guy rolled up his sleeve and he had that same thing tattooed on him. And he was like, no, what you know about that? Y'all, Tommy got a motherfucking brother. A black brother. A whole ass brother. A real brother. And Kate is his mama child. What the fuck? So y'all remember Diamond was in jail cutting hair and stuff. So he's a barber. And the dude Jay like got him a barbershop, like bought it. It's his. He owned it. He can open it. Do whatever, right? And Diamond is like, oh my God, thank you so much. Now he been locked up for 15 years. We don't know for what. But from what I'm getting from this, Diamond is the head of the CBI, which is Chicago Brothers Incorporated. That's what it stands for. And Jay is his number 2. Okay. And Jay held it down while Diamond was out. So he got him a barbershop, whatever. And Diamond starts talking to Jay about, he want to change the way CBI moving. He don't want to be killing nobody. He been locked up for 15 years. He done changed a lot. And Jay ain't trying to hear it. So he leaves, child. And I don't know where he went, but you are on power, honey. And you talking about you don't want to kill nobody. We gonna see how long that lasts. Either kill or be killed. Those are your options. We do not have time. Get it together, Diamond. Get it together. Let me just throw this in there real quick. When Tommy was meeting with his brother, they exchanged numbers. And now Tommy is filling up because he finna get ready to go to Cali, right? And he threw his brother number in the trash. Why, Tommy? But then he got it out the trash, so he kept it. Now, Diamond is still in the barbershop as happy as can be. He getting everything, ready. He ready to open, child. And he just getting stuff, together. And then this guy comes in real weird. Like, he's just weird vibes. And Diamond's like, oh, we close. We open in like 2 to 3 days. And he's like, okay. I never seen you in here. He was like, oh, I've been away. And he's like, where you been? And he's like, places. And the dude just sits down. And Diamond like, okay. So he reaches for a razor because he finna off this nigga. He been in jail for 15 years. And then the dude phone rings and he picks up his phone. And Diamond sees that he has on a badge. It wouldn't be power if we didn't have a cricket cop, a cricket something, child. And he's like, oh, okay, give me 5 minutes. And he gets up and he leaves and he's like, welcome home, Diamond, and walks out the door. Child, this man is just trying to live his life right and y'all just gonna pull him down. Oh, Lord. Now I'm rooting for Diamond because he trying to be good and y'all trying to make this man be bad. Lord Jesus, let's go to the next scene. Now, Tommy driving down the street because, he finna go. And out of nowhere, it's like 4, 5 black trucks following him. Like, they literally on the side of him, behind him, in front of him, like cutting him off. Child, it is Walter Flynn people. He done sent the people at Tommy over his son. And so they in the parking lot, and the dude from earlier that was in the back of the car, y'all remember he broke up the fight and stuff. He pulled a shotgun out on Tommy and told Tommy to drive, right? So I'm like, okay, what the hell? He takes him to Walter Flynn. Now, Tommy ain't scared. You know, he like, oh, okay. So he finally meets Walter Flynn. And Walter is just rambling. And he's like, oh, you brought so much excitement here. And have you ever heard the story of this, that, and the third? And Tommy like, look, let's get down to the point. What you trying to say? And basically, Walter told him that his stay in Chicago is over and that he needs to get the hell out of his city. And Tommy was like, okay, that's fine. Yeah, got you. Like, boy, who is you scaring? You not scaring nobody, like, at all. And, you know, Tommy left. He left. You know, he outnumbered, so he left. He dipped. He gave Walter the drugs that he took. He gave them back to him. You can have that. That's cool. And he left. So when he leaves, the dude from L.A., who is calling him because, you know, he supposed to be in L.A., and Tommy picked up the phone and told him, like, look, I ain't coming. Don't call me. I think I'm going to stay in Chicago. But we knew that already. And it's about to be a what? Problem. And that is it. That's all that happened this episode, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, I'm so excited about this series. Y'all know I love me some Tommy. And I'm just geeked. I'm so excited to see where this series takes us. Because I know it's going to be good. All the Power series are good. So Tommy's, of course, got to be banging because it's Tommy. But that's it for me, y'all. I'm finna get out of here. I got to get ready for work tomorrow, unfortunately. And fortunately. So I'm out of here. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's have a conversation down in the comments below. It's your girl, Cynthia Renee. And I am up out of here, y'all. Peace.